We're here with Brent Fryia of Steel City MMA. How are you today, Brent?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. We're here to talk a little bit about Rankin MMA Sault Ste. Marie, May 27th. Can you tell us a little bit about the event?
Yeah, well, it's been quite a while, a few years since we've had amateur MMA or any MMA locally in Sault Ste. Marie. And we have several competitors at our gym, and we've had to travel to compete for a while. So we reached out to Rec MMA, who's kind of the premier organization for amateur MMA and professional MMA in the province. So they were really excited about having the opportunity to come here. So while it's the first time they're here, they do shows all the time, and we're excited to have their expertise come and run a show here.
So over the past couple of years, we've had shows, but they've been at Toronto First Nations at the Rankin Reserve. Is there a reason for that?
Yeah. So the way the legalities work out is a municipality must write a bylaw to legalize MMA in their jurisdiction and to run it. And the Rankin Reserve has already done that. They did all the legal legwork to make sure that everything is taken care of, and they have their own athletic commission, so they can administer this event on their own.
So can you tell us a little bit about Rec MMA? You're a co-promoter with them. Can you tell us a little bit about them, people who don't know who they are?
Yeah, Rec MMA has been around since 2007, so they're a decade plus into running shows. They actually started off doing professional shows, and they still do professional shows, mostly in Quebec, and they run amateur shows as well. So they have over a dozen shows this year alone, I believe, and it's a great opportunity for young fighters to be in an organization where they can start at the lowest level of amateur fights, build their way up, and still maybe turn pro in the same organization. So that organization gets to know the fighters, and they do a good job of promoting the fighters and building up their careers as well.
And in other sports, people know the difference between amateur and pro. But can you just tell us, for people who don't know, what the difference between amateur and pro is?
Yeah, in amateur MMA, it's going to look fairly similar to professional MMA. Gloves are slightly bigger. Shin pads are worn for safety reasons, obviously. Some of the techniques that are allowed in professional MMA are not allowed in amateur MMA, again, for the safety of the fighters. The rounds are a little bit shorter, 3-minute rounds instead of 5-minute rounds. It's essentially a stepping stone up to the professional ranks to get your feet wet in a slightly safer environment, and decide if it's something that you'd like to pursue at a higher level.
And with you, like say, Steel City MMA is yours, and something. How did you get into the industry?
Well, I started as a wrestler, wrestled through elementary school, high school, university, and then when I was done, lots of wrestlers were transitioning into MMA, so I kind of followed that same path. Eventually ended up opening my own gym with some people that I was training with who were coaching jiu-jitsu or boxing or kickboxing, wrestling. And so having fought around Canada and the United States and in Asia, I had seen a lot of different promotions, and the good and the bad. So as a promoter, I know what fighters and coaches look for, and I think that goes a long way as well.
And that's one reason why you partnered with Rec MMA?
Yes, Rec MMA does things the right way, essentially. They are kind of similar. They run a gym as well as the promotion. So they have the best interest of the fighters at heart, because some of their fighters compete as well. So whereas some promoters who only promote, the safety of the fighters might not be paramount to them. For us, that's definitely a key factor.
And something like we were talking about before is some people look at it, like you say, as more as a street brawl or street fight compared to being when we're used to boxing over the years.
Yeah.
Now, what do you say to those people who look at it as?
Well, I mean, everybody understands boxing because everybody knows getting hit in the head is not a good thing. So it's a little bit easy to understand. But even there, I would say most people don't understand the really technical aspects of boxing. And then when you add in jiu-jitsu and wrestling and kickboxing, a lot of the really technical things that are going on, unless you've trained or been a part of it, it's really maybe hard to appreciate how much skill and strategy and tactics is going on. So I can see how the uninitiated might not appreciate it as much, but but definitely it's an extremely technical and skilled sport.
And that's something where I use like say hockey has NHL, football has NFL, basketball has NBA, where MMA has UFC.
Yep.
And it all trickles down, and safety-wise, that's the main concern for most promoters, right?
Definitely. There's obviously a lot more, we have a doctor on staff, and everybody has to have blood work cleared, medicals cleared to even get a shot at participating, which wasn't going on sometimes with previous events, which was a little bit scary for us. So we wanted to make sure that when we did this, we took care of all of those health and safety issues first and foremost.
Now, with being the promoter up here, with them being in Southern Ontario, what's more frustrating, trying to find fights for everybody, or make sure there's enough people in the seats?
Two sides of the same coin, really. The more fights you put together, the more people want to come watch because they know people who are competing or something like that. So it's they're two separate issues, but they're pretty tightly connected.
So how do people get tickets? And let's say with the doors opening in the event, can you tell us about that?
Yeah, Saturday, May 27th, so doors open at 6, fights start at 7. You can get tickets right here at Steel City MMA. They also have them at the Rankin Arena. If you know a local fighter who's competing, they probably have some as well. You can also go online, our Facebook page, Rec MMA Sault Ste. Marie. There's a link directly to a site where you can pay and buy your tickets online.
Well, thank you very much, Brent. We'll see you at the event.
Great, thanks a lot.